Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum, the podcast that is planning on hurting Asia more than the coronavirus. The man in front of me doesn't really need an introduction. You already know him because he's a legend of comedy, but I'm going to give him one anyway because it's goddamn Mike Ward.
I am Mike Ward. You are Pantelis. Our friend here is
Well, hello everybody.
Barney.
Yeah, I love the purple.
Barney.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's true, eh?
Yeah.
But did you just notice what you were wearing?
No, I like the Barney associate. Like I never thought that I could be like.
You're an old school Toronto Raptor.
It was purple.
Before they hit the
Yeah.
gym, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That was their problem in 95. That's why they couldn't win. Everyone was overweight.
Were they all fat at first?
They had a couple of fat guys at first.
Really?
And basketball is a sport that you can't have fat guys. Like baseball, who cares, right?
Or golf.
Or golf, golf and bowling
Curling.
aren't really like.
Are they sports or
They're
I
not
used to have
really
this
sports.
argument.
No, they're pastimes.
They're pastimes, but
Yeah.
people get mad at me. I said
Yeah.
that Tiger Woods is just a pastime, and like, you're an asshole. It takes skill. I didn't say it doesn't take skill.
You need a lot of skill, but any sport that you could do with a smoke in your mouth and a bottle in your pocket isn't a real sport.
I agree. Wholeheartedly, I agree with you.
Oh god.
So, Poseidon, you had not an eventful... Actually, you did have an eventful weekend, but you said you refused to talk about it on the episode, the whole key thing and all that. Remember?
Yeah.
you refused.
No,
He refused to step in on shit because he doesn't want to follow his podcast predecessors who recently were ridiculed on podcasts. So he's trying his best to hold his own because Mike is coming off the heels of his most hated French podcast ever. And at first,
I'm not angry.
yeah, at first I was sad and upset, but then after I was like, yo, they might be inadvertently the funniest thing to ever happen to Quebec podcasting in history so far.
God damn.
Yeah.
There's something funny about getting a bunch of people angry, especially like it's fun for me because they're not angry at me. So I'm just in the middle of it going, this is crazy. This is so cool. Generally, when people are angry, they fucking want to kill me, but
Yeah, it's the first time
Yeah.
that you're adjacent to it, but it has
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, they're not mad
Exactly.
at you.
it's fun.
Do you
being a spectator?
Do you feel bad that one of your guests is getting so much hate?
No, I did. Kind of at first. There's something weird about it because I feel bad for him, and at the same time, a lot of it I find funny.
Yeah,
But I feel bad for him.
I felt bad only in the beginning because it seemed harder to me, but now it's gone so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off as bad anymore, like a stain. Now it comes off as a funny thing that he can use as a funny joke. He could even talk about this. Like this is fucking
Like I
hilarious.
think that's even better for someone. Like if you do, let's say like the Tonight Show. No one watches the Tonight Show anymore. If you do the Tonight Show and you kill, it's not gonna help your career.
Yeah, nobody talks about
If you do well, not gonna. If you bomb and then it goes viral and people go, "This guy's the biggest piece of shit ever," worst comic. That's good.
Yeah,
Because then at least people know who you are.
like if you go on Jimmy Kimmel, but you shoot him in the head, Poseidon, they're gonna be talking about you for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's like I said, there's no such thing as bad press unless you.
Yeah,
rape
it's
someone.
not bad press unless
Yeah.
he was a.
But there is-
Unless you rape someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad press.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's terrible press.
that's
Yeah, because like Harvey Weinstein has gotten more press in the last year than he ever got.
yeah, but it's all.
It's not that good though.
It's not, he wishes he had podcast press, right? That's what he wishes he had.
He's watching Ari and going, that guy's so lucky.
I
He's
w-
only got black people to want to kill him.
Yeah, I have everyone. Do you think he's ever gonna do a real long form interview, Weinstein?
Oh, Weinstein? I don't. Yeah, he will. Like he shouldn't, but I think he will.
Yeah, just to explain away what happened.
He's gonna do, and he has to do it with a sort of a Barbara Walters type. Like it has to be with a woman.
It would
He
be better-
can't do it with a dude.
No.
No, if he does it with a dude, then that guy, people are just gonna say, "Look at fucking rape apologist, whoever."
Yeah.
Like
He-
if Weinstein, these broads knew what they were getting
Yeah.
into. He's like, I know my man, right? High five.
Yeah, but yeah, he has to do it with like Gail. I guess Gail King is the new.
She's
Barbara
canceled now too,
Walters.
though. They got mad at her last week. They
Yeah.
said that she's anti-black.
Yeah, but she'll be back.
Yeah.
She's fucking Oprah has so much money.
Oprah has a lot of pull.
Yeah.
Oprah's also good at fake crying. I
Is
think-
she?
Yeah, she was on The View last week, and she fake cried about Gail King. She goes, she's sad right now, and she just kept looking up like it's like, the camera's on.
really?
The camera's on.
Holy
She's
shit.
sad
Yeah.
right now because people are attacking her in the media, saying that she hates black men. And that isn't people exaggerated too much with Kobe. because she was asking about the rapes. So first of all, her asking another athlete, she was asking a female basketball player about Kobe's rape allegations. First of all, what does the female athlete have to do with Kobe's rape allegations? That's a weird thing to just bring up randomly.
Unless she was in the room.
Exactly, but she wasn't. She's like, I don't fucking know. So already, I understand that's weird, but you can't jump from that to she hates black men.
Yeah.
Being a black woman.
That's
it's
like
crazy.
if you did an interview and someone was like, "You're a comedian." Bill Cosby was a comedian. What's it like to fuck someone in their sleep?
Yeah. Well, Ted, thank you for asking.
So wait, this woman being accused of hating black men is a black woman?
Yeah,
She's
Gail
a black
King. Well,
woman.
she's
Gail
black.
King.
No, the woman thing is debatable, but she's black.
She's Oprah's probably lover.
Girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's Oprah's best friend.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What part of this
yeah.
is interesting?
That they would say a black woman hates black men.
A lot of black women hate black men.
Yeah.
Most black women hate black men,
Really?
I think.
Yeah. You ever watch ABBA and Preach videos? They're tired of this shit. They're fighting back against it.
Yeah, I guess. Not hate in the sense. I get maybe like
Today he's good with the words.
no. You know what?
You're a wordsmith.
I'm on my third book, guys.
Reading or eating? He finally read his third book. Sir, that is a pamphlet.
That is not a book.
It's a cartoon book.
Yeah, that is a brosure.
Yeah.
How you? I didn't ask you. Broadside was there, so I know it went well. How are your shows been going in general in French?
They've been going really well.
Isn't it amazing that they sell out it so far in advance?
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
so hyped.
Yeah.
Like I've never met that many happy when they come see you. Like it's like it's Christmas for them. Like they're all so psyched.
You know what happened though is I was the first in Quebec to be part of the sort of cancel culture, and people tried to ruin my career. But the good thing that happened is I don't work for anyone, so I can't lose anything. Like if like Shane Gillis lost the SNL thing because it was in someone else's hands, but like Ari Shafir can't lose anything.
Yeah, he can't. He has his fans. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get one show canceled. Who cares?
Yeah, he'll do
It's
his other
not
ones.
the end of the world. So that's kind of what happened to me. So I think a lot of my fans thought I was gonna I'd be done or I'd give up or whatever, and now they're just super excited.
Yeah, because
to
you're
see
back
me.
even stronger.
Yeah, I had this woman. My last show, a woman walked up. She got up
During the show?
my second bit, and she left. And I was like, "Is she leaving or she's going to the bathroom?" She did a thing with her hand. And then I just started yelling at her and telling her how fucking stupid she was to buy tickets for a show a year ahead of time.
And then she's like, I'm deaf.
Yeah, after 7 minutes leave. And then, but she was just going to the bathroom.
Yeah, even worse. That's even funnier. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw her come back, and then I pretend like I didn't see her.
Oh, that's
Because I
terrible.
called her a stupid bitch.
That's funny.
You see that stupid bitch over there? If you guys ever see her again, you
And
know
then-
what to do. And then she walks right back in.
And then at the end, when I thanked the audience, I was like, "Thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks everyone here except for that stupid bitch." And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's true. She came back. She's still in the room.
He takes it very seriously when people go to the bathroom during a set. He gets very upset.
No, it's because when she got up, you know how a drunk woman getting up to go to the bathroom and a drunk woman angry, they're both exactly the same. They're in a hurry and they make a lot of noise and they push people out of the way.
Yeah.
So she was like, when she left, she was kind of like when you have to take a shit during a podcast.
Oh,
like
God,
it was
you
like
start shaking.
fucking just move, and then she just walk. And plus, they told me when she walked out, she didn't walk out. Instead of taking the door to go out, she took the stairs. So then she ended up like in the balcony. And then she was
What?
like, she was up top.
So she made a mistake.
Yeah. And then she walked around the balcony for a while, then walked back down.
Oh, she's going to shoot herself.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She's going to pull up beside him.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who I met when we were at your show in Brossard? There was a fan who I think his wife is a comedian as well. And he was backstage. He came talk to us, and he listens to Two Drink Minimum. And
Okay.
Good is a big podcast fan. And he was telling me about stories in a mental hospital.
Oh, yeah.
About how, and I was like, what the fuck? How like religion, like of every religion, religious people go there, and they either try to exorcise random people,
Oh, yeah, you told
like
me
the
this.
deep. So the guy's like, I'm just here to pray for people, you know, like a priest. He's like, all right, just make sure you're praying. And then he turns around, and 1 second later, he sees the priest with his hand on the guy's forehead, shaking, and be like, "Get out, devil!" Like stuff like that. And then how all these different, religious people go there trying to convert people, mental people, just crazy
Yeah.
people, to their community, like to their cause, right? But to me, it doesn't matter what they're Greek Orthodox. It's such a stupid thing because, like, I want to bring people into my religion. I'm gonna go where the very best is, the mental hospital. Like, why is that where you're recruiting?
Like if I was a priest and I go to a mental hospital, whenever I see people that are super crazy with the cross, I tell them Allah's better. Like I talk about
get out of
I'd be like, dude, those
Muhammad will help you.
yeah.
Like, it does, unless you're trying to recruit suicide bombers, why would you want to recruit
Mental people.
the mental? It's so crazy
Yeah.
that you're like, I want the best.
Maybe because they're the most susceptible.
They are the most. But
Yeah.
what are they gonna do for you?
No.
They're gonna murder you in your sleep.
They're gonna throw their feces at you. That's it.
Yeah.
Like an angry gorilla.
Yeah. Then again, you could molest them, and no one's gonna believe them.
Apparently,
True.
I heard that a couple of years ago. The people that get
Pantelis,
molested,
helping priests since 1996.
but people that get molested the most are the people with severe mental health issues.
I don't like it, but it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
No.
Like I have a friend, his brother has he doesn't have any long-term memory. So he forgets shit after a minute. And they caught a taxi driver having sex with him once.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just a random. But how did the taxi driver know that this guy is gonna forget this?
I guess because maybe he was like got in the car and he was like 1817 3rd Avenue, and then he was driving, and then 4 minutes later,
Where am I?
1813 17th Avenue or whatever. Maybe he said the address 9 times, and then he was like, "Do you remember? I don't remember shit." Oh, really?
He's like, I forget things after a minute and a half. All I need is 40 seconds.
All right.
But who the fuck looks...
Get me my Marvin Gaye CD. I'm gonna put the gay in Marvin Gaye.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's fucking.
And how'd they
horrible.
catch him?
They caught they saw the
Guy banging him.
the
But
guy banging
what was
him.
he doing it? Like, he just stopped at a red light. He's like, I don't need much
know.
time.
I don't know. Like I should have asked him that. I don't even know where they caught him. Maybe they saw that the brother looked banged up when he got home, or I have no idea.
But who the fuck looks at a mental patient or like a schizophrenic person who goes,
Yeah, but you have to be fucked in the head. Like, it's not like you think it. Like, right now we're thinking of us. Like, well, we're not normal, but we're normal in that sense.
yeah.
Of I want to be
God.
attracted. It's not them. I think it's what they say, the power. Them, it's because they could control something. That's why they bang kids. There's nothing
Yeah.
sexual about a kid, but they're so fucked in the head. They want to have control over someone. They're like, "What's this kid gonna do?" That's what it is. That you
Or-
have to be a like you have to be a psychopath. It has to be
Or
really-
like banging animals.
same thing. Yeah.
Anyone that fucks an animal is insane. Like
You-
just cleanliness. Like
Oh,
you
Mike's
stick in
pretending
the-
he's never met a sexy gorilla. Okay, Mike. Okay.
Oh, there was that gorilla in Japan that was very handsome. That the women flocked
He was
to.
handsome.
Handsome.
I like
right
that.
away.
I like that you're straight when it comes to humans, but very gay when it comes to mammals or all the other
I wouldn't
mammals.
suck a dude's dick, but a gorilla dick.
There was
Have you ever seen a dolphin cock? sweet
It's very
dolphin
sharp.
cock.
It's a very
Tastes
bad
like tuna.
idea.
Tastes like
It's
tuna.
very sharp. It's a very bad idea to
The dolphin dick?
conceive with a dolphin. Yeah.
Conceive, eh? You right away starting a family with animals.
No, but there was that article in Japan about that very handsome gorilla. You know what I'm talking about.
Handsome for who?
Yeah.
For Japanese women found him very handsome. He was very masculine.
Yo, these chicks are easy, bro.
He had very
God
masculine.
damn, they have no
I
standards.
think I brought it up already in another Two Drink Minimum episode.
Imagine how shitty you must feel if you're a Japanese man in Japan that can't get a girlfriend, and then you see the news. Oh, handsome gorilla! And he's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" I get them flowers.
Yeah.
Because they look like women
or-
themselves, bro. These Japs.
Or you tell your wife, you're like, okay, we each get one celebrity that we can bang if we ever meet. I picked Jennifer Aniston. Who'd you pick? Bobo the gorilla? Fuck! Goddamn whore. That stupid whore.
They dress up as gorillas for Valentine's Day.
It's such a weird
Oh, fuck.
thing.
Did I ever tell you, when I went to Animal Kingdom, there was a gorilla. The fact that I'm dressed in black, the gorilla thought I was another gorilla, and he was fucking angry at me. Like we were walking, and then he was just staring at me, and then he tapped his chest, and then it started smelling like piss and armpit. And then the person that worked there was like, "Oh, he's just doing this. He does this to mark his territory. He does this sometimes when he gets aggressive, when he thinks there's another
Gorilla?
there's another male." And then he was just staring at me, and there was like. He was kind of far, but I was like, I think he could probably jump over that. Like I was like,
Oh,
I
were you
wasn't
scared?
scared, but I was like, this is not fun.
If it was Poseidon, he would have taken his insult. Poseidon would like, right back at him, and then that would have started all kinds of shit. Like breaks through the window, rapes Poseidon.
Jesus Christ.
Because you have the gorilla teeth. Like, look at him smile. Look, that's how gorillas look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the bottom fangs. Look. Yeah. He's
Why
ready
am
to
I proud
suck
of
dicks
this?
and eat bananas.
Why
yeah.
am I proud of this?
Oh, you have good teeth.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I know,
teeth, yeah.
but
I
have
don't
a-
mean gorilla teeth like they're bad. I mean like
No, I know
they,
they have.
They
yeah, I know, I
smell
know.
like gorilla
Yeah.
teeth to me.
yeah, they do smell like animal shit.
I brushed my teeth this morning.
Smell like bananas and
I like,
feces.
I like how he didn't question the fact that he eats shit. He's like, I brushed him this morning. I brushed this morning. Like, doesn't the shit smell leave? Fucking crest. Lies. Marketing propaganda.
I use Sensodyne.
Do you? That's fine. You have sensitive gums. I use Sensodyne too. Do you remember Papa John? That whole thing that happened, where they basically got rid of the guy Papa John out of his own company.
Was it because of a gay thing?
No, it was because of, well, he may have sucked a dick, but I doubt it. He seems to like girls, but because he was on a conference call and they said they recorded him calling people niggers.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's not, no, but it's not what happened. What he said was, because his whole family, like he has a big anti-racism thing. And they were talking about marketing and they were asking him, are you racist? And then he goes, look, Colonel Sanders was calling people niggers. He goes, we're not about that shit here. All right. So end of discussion. We don't do that shit here. And what they did is they took that out of context.
They just used the word
Said
nigger.
he used the word nigger, but no context as to why he used
Yeah.
it,
Oh,
as if he was
shit.
calling people. And dude, he lost everything. They got rid of him in the company. All this stuff happened, and then that company, the media, I found out because he was on the H3 podcast. I was listening to it on the way here. He apparently that media company then blackmailed them. They called them back, belligerent the guy, and asking for $6 million. I'm going to release the tape. And then Papa John's like, don't pay them. Let them release the tape. It exonerates me because it shows the context I used it in.
Yeah.
But Forbes and all these other places picked up the story, and instead of doing research or saying what really happened, they just wrote he used the N-word. But that's crazy. That's like, Pantelis uses rape because I said the word rape. It's not the same
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? You gotta think about what the fuck you're saying, and they ruined this guy. So hopefully now he comes back and fucks everyone. That media company, Forbes, all that shit.
KFC.
KFC especially.
Fucking
He could-
KFC.
Colonel Sanders out here.
But he can sue them for defamation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Big
sure, he
time,
could
huh?
fuck.
Okay.
Because apparently he could prove that there's a conspiracy against him. Like people were kind of letting this slide because they were trying to get him out of the company so they could take more control and all that. And it's a company he started.
Yeah, and that's fucked
retarded.
up for the people that are trying to push him out. Because if your company looks bad, you're pushing a guy out, and then the company is garbage.
Yeah, the company looks
You're
racist.
the racist. You're the company that fucking is Papa John is pizza, right?
Yeah.
He was
You-
against racists.
Yeah.
But it also there's some people that they appeal to the people who wait for a word, no context, right? Like they're like, oh, I want to prove that I'm offended. It happened to me in hockey once recently. We had made a joke about a guy who was I made the joke. They were talking about this was last year because they were talking about a guy who's like an adult, but he's really sensitive. Like he was always he didn't like any gay jokes when he was in school and stuff, so he was bullied his whole life. And then I was like, and then what happened? He goes, and then nothing. We roughed him up a bit, and then he was fucking crying. And then I go, sounds like a real faggot. But I said it in context of the fact that the guy didn't like being
Yeah.
called a faggot the whole time. And everybody laughed except this one guy's like, please don't use that word. And I go, are you gay or what is it? No, I'm not. But it just, if that guy was here, it would have bothered him. And I was like, what? I go, get the fuck out of here. First of all, the context I used it in was the reason why I said it was because it was
Yeah.
obviously because it would, because, the whole thing that we're saying,
Yeah.
I'm not actually trying to belittle the guy because he's gay. But it was just such a fucking thing. He's like, he's not here, but if he was here, it would make him sad or whatever. And I was like, bro, we're in a locker room. You're gonna
And
hear
plus,
worse.
isn't like everyone that you play hockey with, aren't they all comics?
No,
Okay.
they have a lot of different people too in there. There's a lot of comics, like not a lot of comics, a lot of comedy people.
But you figure if you're playing in a league with a bunch of comedy people, you'd get that sometimes jokes are fucking offensive.
Yeah, no,
Especially locker room jokes.
yeah. Some people don't. They just don't get it. So then I was just like, ugh, I felt like defeated just in the stupidity. Because I go, the reason why I said it was because it was so ludicrous based on the context of the guy hates that. You know?
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, I'm not going to explain jokes to this guy right now. Because everyone else left. So I was like, I won the locker room debate.
No.
So that just goes to show you that people, even in a no-win situation like that, guy's not a CEO or anything, will still act like that. So imagine at that high level, people were writing Papa John's off. They were calling him a racist without getting context. And he's like, you guys understand what I said? I did use the word, but I was using the word as that's the word that we shouldn't use. He goes, but I said the word, but it wasn't that I was calling anyone in the meeting that. But all they said is he used it in a meeting, so they kept purposely making it sound like he called one of his employees that or something. Yeah.
There was that interview he had recently where he was sweating, was like freaking out. He's like, they're all gonna pay.
Yeah, he was mad. He goes, the day of reckoning is coming.
Yeah. There you go.
Because he goes, now he has the tape, so he could exonerate himself. He has everything he said in the beginning is true. It's on the tape. So he goes, I have the context, I have this and that. He goes, I'm gonna fuck all you people up. And you know what? Good for him. I'd do the same. But you kick me out of my company with lies, and then I have people trying to kill me because they think that I'm a racist. Oh, buddy, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
them too.
I'm gonna make you guys all mine.
Imagine.
And they're like, Papa John, calm down, Papa John.
Plus, with a name like Papa John, you sound like someone that uses the N-word a lot.
He does, kind of, yeah. But he seemed like a nice guy. I saw him in that interview. He seemed cool. Seemed like just a pizza-loving dude.
Like, I used to have a joke on stage that I used the N-word at first, and then I stopped using it because sometimes people wouldn't.
They stopped listening to the joke.
Yeah, and the joke, I really liked the joke because it was about how when I started doing shows in English, whenever I'd travel outside of Canada, I'd be put on ethnic shows because, like, outside of Quebec, I'm ethnic. Even I was saying outside of Canada, even just outside of Quebec, like first time I was in Toronto, I was part of the ethnic series at Just for Laughs. So I was.
Were you?
Yeah. And then I'd asked them, I was like, well, why am I in the ethnic series? They were like, well, you know.
Shut up, Blackie.
No, they were like, you're kind of French, so that's ethnic. You're
kind of French.
Yeah. So I was like, oh fuck, so I can do ethnic humor. So then I was later, like I have a joke and I say, I was like, there are words you can't use, like the N-word. Like you can't use the word nigger. I can use that because I'm ethnic, and it got a big laugh.
That's a good joke.
And then it had always worked, but then for a while it stopped working.
I did it during
And
Black
people were
History
like,
Month.
yeah.
At a fundraiser.
Yeah. But it was always like whenever I did it too, it was always black people that laughed the hardest.
But especially in that context, it's hilarious.
Yeah, because they're like, is that fucking guy just saying the word nigger? Oh, okay, yeah, he's allowed.
What's crazy is that the people who get outraged the least on racist jokes is black people.
Well, yeah, jokes.
Yeah,
they're gonna get outraged the most when it is racist. But
yes, obviously.
You know why? It's the same thing with adults now and millennials with overreacting because they've been through some shit. Because normally, if you're a visible minority, something's happened to you in your life. You've been the victim of racism. So it's kind of like working adults now versus millennials. When you've worked real jobs and you know what life is, the small stuff doesn't sweat you. You're like, yeah, calm down, pussy. Life is gonna happen. There's gonna be deaths. There's gonna be real things. Calm the fuck down. Same thing. Whenever there's a black guy who his whole life when he was growing up, he'd go to stores, he'd be followed, all that shit. Jokes, he's like, it's fucking funny because he's been through real shit. He's not gonna be a little bitch about jokes and nonsense. But people who haven't been through anything, they're like, I want to be part of that too. Very offensive. It's like, shut the fuck up, Martha. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like a lot of people now are. They're trying to make it look like this is the most racist
time ever. It's the least racist time.
And Jesus Christ, fucking, slavery was like less than 200 years ago.
Yeah. Now nothing actually, the way the system is, nothing actually stops you no matter what you are. If you put your mind to it and you go ahead. Obviously, the whole myth about the starting position isn't true. We don't all start at the same position. That's 100% true. Yeah. Like if you start in a shitty neighborhood with no parents and it's not the same as if you're well established and this and that. Yeah. So people say like we're all starting at zero and we go, no, that's that is not true. That I believe. Like they say that people are exaggerating, like especially in the States, like in ghettos, but they're not exaggerating. They're 100% right. You're not starting at zero. Imagine you start like you. Do you think you started at the same position as other kids you went to school with who had both their parents, their dads weren't inventors, their parents nurtured their growth? No, but do you feel like you had the same starting point?
No.
It took you, now you're realizing shit that we're trying to teach you.
Yeah.
It took you so many years. You're almost 30. And other people, they had that development when they were 15, 16.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
No.
Yeah, like, see, I grew up, we weren't rich, but the fact that both my parents were super supportive, I started, like, my life was super easy. Even though, like, the first couple of years, I didn't have money, but at least I didn't start off going, I can never make it, because my parents made me feel like I can never make it. My parents made me feel like I was going to make it.
Same with me. We didn't have money, but my mom was super supportive, and she was always like, nah, you're going to be fine. You're going to make it, you know? So I never had the doubts in myself because of that.
Yeah.
But other people do. Other people go up from homes like, you're fucking stupid. You can't do anything. You know, present company included.
You see, that's why I always doubted myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my wife, when I first met my wife, her mom was, she's very old school. So she was like, a woman can only be a secretary or a teacher.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. And my wife wanted to be an actress when she was young. So she'd tell her mom, she was like, I'd like to be an actress. She was like, good girls aren't actresses. You're going to be a secretary. And then she was like, could I take an acting class? And she was like, no, yeah, you can learn how to play piano. And then, when I met her, she was like, oh, you're lucky you do stuff on stage. I always wanted to be an actress, but it's impossible. And I was like, why is it impossible?
Yeah.
You're pretending. It's super easy. And then she was like, no, but I wouldn't even know where to start. And while she was talking to me, I Googled, and this was, I'm touching my phone. I don't even think, I had a cell phone. We didn't even have internet on it. I think I called someone or texted someone to get the name of the number of a good acting school.
Oh.
So I told her, I was like, look, call this person tomorrow and they're going to hook you up. And then she was like, fuck, it's so easy. And I was like, yeah, life
you just
doesn't have to be that complicated.
No, because every time I see something that I want to do, I'm like,
Just
someone's
try.
done it.
Yeah.
Someone's done it, so that means that it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see it too.
Yeah, you're the type of person, I'm like that too, is if you want something, you'll at least try.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, all the time. I at least try, and then I like when people are amazed. And I was like, well, it wasn't, I mean, it's not that it was easy, but it's just like, you could do it too. I keep telling people, you could do whatever the fuck I do, whatever the fuck, you could do it too as long as you try.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't willing to try. Like Poseidon used to not try the simplest things. That's why he always asks, like, let's say before, get the cell phone from the pocket. A normal person would be like, all right, it's on the right, it might be in the left. Poseidon, before even trying, was like, is it in the right or in the left? Like, he's already, but what's the worst that can happen? If you show up there and it's not in the right pocket, you just check the left. That's it.
That's true.
You sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to get
Molested.
really screamed at, like, for the smallest things, the smallest mistakes. So
Like what?
like example, in this situation, had I checked the left and it was really in the right, I would get screamed at, you fucking idiot, no, why would you check the left? You know what I mean?
Why? Also, like,
You
you
should
would
have
go check
assumed
the
it
right.
was in the right.
You go check the right. There's nothing in there, and then you walk away.
No.
You're good thing they screamed at you.
No,
Fucking idiot!
it was
You stupid fucking idiot!
No, it was an example. Like,
I know.
you know what I mean? But yeah, stuff like that I'd get screamed about. So I grew up with that
That'll
as a
fuck
kid.
with the kid. That'll fuck with it because then they're scared to try
To
things.
try,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they're like, ooh, if I fuck up, I'm gonna get yelled at. Yeah, it's not good to rule by fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though you must rule with some type of iron fist, Poseidon.
I-
That's enough out of you, kid. Yeah, no, you gotta let kids think.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. It's like, okay, you don't worry, just try that. You know, and then their mind starts opening up, like, oh, okay, I'm all. But the second you scare them into not trying the other thing, you fuck them because then they're never gonna try the other door.
Yeah.
And you can't, though. You got to make your kids think that they can become whatever they want to be, but you have to make them realize that they have to work to get there.
Yeah.
That they don't deserve. Like, you can't tell your kid, look, you can be an astronaut super easy. Just fucking go just give your name and they'll hire you. You know, you got to make them realize, look, it's going to be fucking a lot of hard work, but you can do it.
You can, like, you really want to do that? Because I can hook you up as a dishwasher.
Yeah.
You let me know. No, but it's good to be realistic. I do that with my nephews. And they both kind of changed in the last couple of years. They're, like, in high school, career trajectories. Like what they were going to do.
How old are they now?
Well, one of them now, the oldest one's like 17.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's going to be an adult soon. But to me, he's 9. And
Yeah.
look at him.
Well, what's he want to be?
Well, at first he didn't know. He was all like, because they're like, I'm gonna go to university with this, but none of it is stuff that interested him for real, But what did interest him, he started to become really good is electronics. He was good with computers. They put him in a class, and he was able to start building. I can't even build a computer, but he was able to build a computer. He knew what the parts were. He started understanding all that. He liked it. So I told him, you could be an electrician. You could finish high school and then go into a tech school. After a couple of years, you become your own boss, right? And then he's like, really, I can do that? I was like, yeah, of course you can. Like, do you like that? He's like, it's the best time he has. He loves playing with that kind of stuff. So now that's his goal. He's like, I want to do that. I'm gonna do. You do that mentorship or whatever, the apprenticeship. Yeah. And then you can start. And I told him, the second you tell me, I'll help you get your company started, register. I'll help you with everything you need. I go, that'll be good. And now he's motivated because he's finally doing something that he fucking likes and that he's very good at. So imagine with schooling, all that, he's gonna be. But before that, he's like, I don't know, because they're telling me this, and then one guy's like marketing, and then because they just throw random stuff that they see on TV now, and like, yeah, you could be in marketing. What the fuck does that mean? First of all, that's kind of vague. And then, how many people you think are finishing school right now, university, getting degrees in stupid shit that they either can't get a job in, or they'll be stuck at like in the 30,000s for years, even though they went and did all this schooling. Yeah. How many marketing people do you think you need?
Well, I remember when I was studying in marketing, they told me, and when you get out of school, you'll start at 30,000. But I was already making 70. At 19.
So then you're thinking,
so you're like,
what the?
That's fucked up. Telling someone that makes 70,000 a year, listen, you could make $30,000
as soon as you get out of
a
school.
month. A month?
Yeah, exactly.
No, a year.
Because I've always been in sales, so I've had that going for me. I was never really minimum wage, and even when I was 15, I always had
That's
tips.
what sucks though about. If you're making 70,000 before going to school, it's never gonna work out because you'll always be. That's like whenever I see young comics that start doing comedy, if they have a huge job that they make like 200,000 a year, they're never gonna
be happy.
Yeah, they're never gonna. They're not gonna go. Yeah, I'll drive 6 hours for $20.
Yeah,
you got to do the first couple of years.
Be hard, or you have to. It's very rare that you find someone with that much passion in it that they're willing to drop the $200K for it. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But even me, when I was working full time, I was at EA and I was going to school at night, university. Same thing. When I was looking at people, I was like, what the fuck? Like these promises of wages. Like I'm already doing more than that, and I'm working in the day, and I'm coming here at night just for me. Like I wanted to learn for myself, and I was like, this is weird. Like how are these people living? And then I realized later, I would see 35-year-olds, 40-year-olds that were still in school. They called themselves students. And then, and I was like, oh, these guys just don't want to live in real life. They just want to always say, I'm a student.
And a lot of them survive off of government grants and stuff.
Yeah, shit like that. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'd rather try my best to build something. And if I fail, I fail. And so far, we're building something. Look at this. We're all doing something. Well, you're building a case against yourself. But you're
what?
There's hours. There's thousands of hours of audio of you talking about doing illegal shit.
Really?
Yeah. Drugs, alcohol, prostitutes, killing, maiming, all that stuff. Inventing.
Yeah, it is what it is.
How's the inventor doing, by the way? We haven't asked you in a while.
I sent you a screenshot of what I texted him.
Oh, yeah, that was too aggressive, though. Tell Mike. That was.
Yeah, it was a little too aggressive. Because I didn't mess with him in a while.
That wasn't messing, though. That was just mean.
Yeah.
I actually felt bad for your old dad. Yeah.
He goes, hold on, let me open the texts. Hold on.
What was that?
What?
I'm bothered by that.
Christ. Were you born in 1806?
So he sends me 3 pictures of his
That's a hit at the local saloon.
He goes, he tells me to go help him shovel the driveway, and he goes, I'll let you drive the ATV.
Okay, that's something. He's trying to bribe you with fun activities.
Yeah, I don't think he has an ATV.
Oh, he's okay. He doesn't have an ATV.
That's funny.
If not, come over and play in the snow.
What?
If he wasn't your dad, I would think he's trying to fuck you, though.
How old does he think you are?
So I go to
in the head, because his dad's pretty spot on there.
Because fuck. And then I reply, I go to him, play in the snow. Bro, I'm no longer 8.
Bro.
Tell me you have a dead hooker and hot chocolate and I'm in.
A dead hooker?
A dead hooker.
Hold on a second. Why would that be what gets, not a hooker, why would it be like, oh, she's dead? Finally, someone that won't disagree with fucking me. Like, why is that?
Don't have to pay.
Yeah. Free sex? I'm in, Dad. Let's do this.
Every time I bang her, a bit of money falls out of her pocket.
Because
You got a shovel, bro?
that was an inside joke of that time. Remember of the
When
killed
he
a-
murdered,
he murdered a
hooker.
prostitute.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
it was more for you
Yeah.
than for him.
Yeah. So
that's
why you
that's
send
why I
it to
sent the
him.
screenshot.
That's why you texted your dad.
Huh?
But didn't he question, like, why are you
Not
talking
even.
about dead hookers? Did he
Not
ever
even.
get back to you?
No. Yeah, but he wrote weird stuff.
What? Stop talking about that.
He's like, look, if I murdered once, I could do it again.
No, he just said that
Lose my number.
He just ignored it, saying to get my brothers and that he needs to talk business. That includes all three of us.
Oh God, yeah, the hooker business. What you know? What he played it smart though. He avoided the dead hooker thing because he knows the government is monitoring his phone calls.
Or maybe he just read an article in Forbes about the Papa John's guy, and he was like, I'm racist too. I could open a pizza place. Let's open a pizza place.
What are you gonna call it? Whites.
Or just white dough.
No, just whites.
Whites.
That's it. Instead of John's, right? Papa John's, just whites.
And then somebody asked, just the name, just the word whites. Yeah, only whites.
Yeah.
just whites.
We also have rules here. What are the rules? Just whites. Sir, are you for segregation? Am I?
What now?
Sir, you can't do that. Are you against my right of segregating people?
Yeah, that's what he told me. Like, oh my God, man, the most annoying fucking
Did
thing.
he didn't say that.
Yeah, he was yelling at me because I told him, you don't find it a little weird that you're racist this day and age, like it was 2019, 2018, whatever it was. And he's like, I think you're being racist against me. You're being racist against me, not letting me be racist. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking
That's
about?
not how that works.
Yeah, that's not how that works. He's like, but I'm a racist. I go, that's not a fucking race. You know, and I was just getting upset. I was like, it's not a real race. He thinks that being racist is a race. He also thinks that the Greeks came from outer space.
Yeah.
He also mentioned that.
Does
Oh,
he?
I can't, yes. Oh my God. I can't believe I've never
Oh.
mentioned. So
And I try to explain to him, I go,
How does
what's funny is racist people used to think that about Greeks, that we weren't from here. It was kind of racist that they said that we came from another planet. Well, it's racist. It's kind of a compliment too. But they said that's why like people were fucking in caves and then the Greeks just pop up one day with philosophy, all that.
No.
You know, like that's what they try to explain. Just idiots trying to explain stuff they can't explain.
Well,
So when he said, we're from another planet, I was like, you fucking dope. You fucking dope. Like technically I could be an asshole and be like, that's racist, bro. I'm human.
yeah.
But can I say of what he says? Of
Yeah,
what
go
planet
ahead.
we come from?
I want
Yeah,
Mike to hear
okay.
this.
So-
Look at Pierre. Pierre's fucking
so-
ready. Look at him. He's fucking.
Look at that. So because we're Hellenics, okay, there is a rock somewhere in Greece, okay,
A crack rock.
and it's basically it's a Greek E, but pointed toward the sky.
Let me ask you a question. So these are not 3D objects,
What?
right? So do you mean it's just pointing
It's
downwards?
a big boulder. It's a big boulder. It's pointing upwards. The E. It's an E. So basically, the E is turned into an arrow pointing upwards.
So it's a triangle with a line in the middle. It's just an arrow pointing
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Because the Greek E is
Yeah.
basically an arrow sideways. Okay.
yeah.
So it's an arrow pointing up. Okay.
Okay. It's a big boulder that has this E. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you go to that boulder at a specific time or date, something was explained.
He
Something
gets
about
up and talks to you.
lunar years or whatever.
Hi,
some bullshit.
kids.
He goes, if you follow it straight up,
Yeah.
you will get to the planet Elin, where we're from.
Your dad, one of the early Scientologists.
Yeah. So he thinks that rock is pointing, like if you came from another
Only at a certain
planet,
time in year.
if you came from another planet and then you settled on Earth and pretended like you were human, and then there was a stupid goddamn rock that was telling everyone where you were from, wouldn't you destroy that rock?
Yeah, it does. And
Wouldn't
also,
you be like, you fucking
you
stop,
yappy whore.
stop telling everyone, you stupid bitch.
It doesn't, and he says, because obviously, if you're pointing the sky is technically you're always moving, so it's always
Yeah.
pointing at a different place.
Yeah.
So at some point,
Yeah, so look, I'm pointing maybe Saturn now.
yeah, it's so dumb. Oh my god, there's so many holes in this fucking story. So who put the rock there?
He never addressed that.
He never. Interesting. And why is it that we did space travel, and then we're like, yo, fuck it, all we need now is togas.
Yeah, you figure too, like if that was real, instead of all of the liftoffs, instead of being at Cape Canaveral, they'd be next to that rock just
Yeah.
to get the
Just to get the
right
hype.
away. They're like, Are you an astronaut? I could speak Greek. Perfect. You're it.
All right. He already speaks an
All right.
alien language. We got this.
All right.
God, man.
Oh
Look,
shit!
That was stupid things that dumb people would try to say, barbarians,
Yeah.
like that we were from another, because they couldn't comprehend.
They want to insult you.
Yeah, because they couldn't comprehend
Yeah.
why we were so advanced. The reason was genetics. We were way smarter. It's a race thing. Listen to me, under races. No, it's just, I think all the warm places were a bit more advanced because they were
was
out
easier
more. It
to
was
live.
easier to
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
So they would experiment more. You know, they
Yeah.
had more
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Obviously, if you go a bit further north or you
you're
go in the
l-
jungle,
yeah.
it's hard to live.
If you're
so you
living
don't have
in-
time to think.
In
Yeah,
Labrador.
you have to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's reasons for that. It has nothing to do with aliens. It has nothing to do with genetics. It just has to do with we had more free time. We're hanging around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were chilling.
Yeah.
like villains.
And we put our minds to those things.
Yeah.
Except for your dad, who his inventions
Did
do
he
not represent the Greek people.
like if he thinks that Greeks are from another planet? If I thought that my people were from another planet, I'd be researching aliens nonstop. Does he do that or no?
Yeah.
Everything, dude.
Yeah, everything.
Anything you
Okay.
want. Aliens. The Black Pope. Anything you want. He's
What's the Black Pope?
There's apparently two popes. He's not an actual black guy. He's like they say that the Vatican, what I think was it's kind of a front a bit. Like it was
Oh, it's
well,
like a mafia thing.
no, not as mafia like. Well, he might think that, but I mean, they say that there's the Pope and then there's the Black Pope. There's someone who's really in charge of the Pope. I think it was the Jesuits they call it, like people that went
Okay.
underground, and they're kind of in charge. And like because there's assassins in the Vatican. They say the Vatican employs also assassins. There's a special team of assassins, not like Assassin's Creed, like they look cool.
Oh,
Just that
okay.
like right now they'll poison you. They kind of move world events.
Also, pussy assassins.
And that's why a lot of like world leaders, regardless of the religion, they'll go down there and they'll meet with the Pope. It's like, what the fuck do they care about getting the Pope's approval? Like as if the Pope is the big mafia guy and behind him there's an even bigger like Darth
Yeah.
Sidious. It's all, the thing is what's true, what's not, because there's so many conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And until
And-
it's proven, it's only a theory.
And you figure like any world leader meeting the Pope is a good idea because then there are Catholics in every country.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Like if there was one leader for like all of the Muslims, they'd meet him too.
There isn't.
No, there isn't. There's a bunch of like different leaders, but there's not like one. There's not like one Muslim.
yeah,
Pope.
true. They don't
You
have.
ever
like,
you
the
ever watched
Vatican.
the documentary Aladdin?
I
There's
guess
a man
he's,
by the name of Will Smith. Magical individual.
Yeah, there's no Vatican for the Muslims
Yeah.
except for that. The big.
Except for there is no because they have
Except for,
different like religious hosts,
Branches, yeah.
like in Mecca they have like and they
Yeah.
also have different branches. Yeah,
Yeah, except for that giant cube thing. You know,
Yeah.
that giant cube.
that's in
thing?
Mecca, no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
People get trampled there every year.
Yeah, I heard that too because there's just so many people.
Yeah. Is that where you're going with that? It's just because there's people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say something else, but
Say it.
no, it's okay.
All
We're
right.
waiting.
We'll see who your father is by this this phrase.
If they had the superior alien mind, they would not trample each other. Is that what you're gonna say?
I was gonna say a joke, but I think
Yeah, we're waiting for it. That's what this show is.
because they're a bunch of fucking savages. It's a joke.
Wait, hold on.
Because
Were you gonna
I
say
heard the
savages
word
or sand?
Oh,
Sand.
sand.
Oh, is that
savages from caves, but it's a joke. It's a,
I thought
joke.
the
Okay.
word started with sand,
Yeah.
and then it ended in a Papa John way.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
no, the joke was they're a bunch of savages from caves. That's why they trample each other.
You could have said desert. It would have been more comical, I guess. It was more aggressive, you think.
Yeah, I tried to make it funny. but-
Point is,
Do
it's-
people actually die going to the Mecca?
Yeah, 'cause
yeah, they
it's,
get
a, it's a
trampled.
pilgrimage. Also, a lot of
Yeah.
people that they
But
do
they
every year.
die of starvation and
No, some people get trampled because there's all kinds of people, thousands of people. Some people fall. From,
damn.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
You figure if you're going to the Holy Land and you see one of your brothers on the ground, you don't step on him. You're gonna
All right.
blow his nose. All right.
Yeah, you don't step on him. You try to avoid him. You think?
Leave the door open.
Obviously, you think you try to avoid him, right? You
Yeah,
wouldn't wanna step on him?
Like if I'm not religious, but if I was going to, like, I grew up kind of, I don't know what, Christian. So if I went to wherever, Yeah, I'm not even Catholic, so I'm trying to think where.
The Vatican? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but if I was at the Vatican and I saw an old lady falling down, I wouldn't step on her head going, "Move over."
But then again,
Ethel.
you also wouldn't be excited to go see a magical black cube.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
where I think I think
How
if you're-
black is it?
How black is this cube? It is unemployed, Mike. So it's very. So I think that if if you're so enthralled with the magic
That
of it
you're
all,
so excited.
you're gonna do crazy
Yeah.
shit, right? Like if you look at the Crusades, or anytime there's something really religious, people do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Murder, rape.
I get it though, because like I go to Disney World every year, and people
step on kids.
lose their mind when there's a new ride.
Yeah. You alright, bud? We were just
Are you
talking.
okay? Oh.
Are you gonna visit Mecca?
No. I'm not Muslim.
You think it's only for I think. Wait, I don't know. I think you're allowed even if you're not.
No, you're not allowed. If
you're
you're
not allowed?
Muslim, no.
I don't
Really?
think so, no.
Oh, that makes
No.
it dumber.
But then again, like you could pretend like you were Muslim.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
guess.
just wear your pajamas and go.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you start praying the wrong direction, I think they'll figure it out.
The wrong direction.
The wrong direction.
'Cause aren't you supposed to pray like I think
Their
Okay.
religion is like a shitty band. There's just one direction.
Poseidon, there's thousands of like hardcore Muslims. Poseidon walks in, does his cross. He's like, "What up, dudes? We good?"
I started kissing my nose.
Yeah. It's like,
You're
"Are you talk-
drinking wine.
Yeah, I'm praying. I'm praying. Like you're praying the wrong way, sir. Oh, that's dumb. That it's exclusionary. But I guess most religions they have exclusionary stuff.
Yeah.
No.
That's then how do you bring people in? I guess you have to be born in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's too exclusionary, won't people not want to join? Because don't you want to test something? Like you need a 1
No,
month trial?
I think the more something is exclusive, the more people want to join.
Not really.
No.
The KKK is
No?
pretty exclusive. No interest.
There's the only religions that try to recruit are the ones that we see as weird.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses, the
Scientologists.
Mormons, Scientology.
Yeah, all weirdos.
They
yeah.
work hard to get our business. Whereas Muslims, they don't seem to want us really.
Yeah.
Catholics don't want us.
But he wants us.
Yeah. Greek
'cause of-
Orthodox. There's no one. You never see a Greek guy going, "Hey."
Come here. Well, in the mental hospital, he told me there's even Greek Orthodox priests that go try to convert.
Oh.
I think it's the lowest of the low that go to mental hospitals and like, hey, you want to join my club? And then there's the guys like, of course I want to. It's just crazy people.
That's because they're not good salesmen for the church.
Yeah, could you imagine?
He sees a mental patient breaking plates and going, "All right, that guy's kind of Greek."
He looks at me like this from a distance, like this. Opa. He starts dancing.
Oh shit.
It's weird that you would go to a mental hospital
No.
to recruit. I still find
You know
it
what
so
that means,
fascinating.
though? That every religion probably has a quota that they have to hit. And you're like, fuck, I didn't get to recruit enough people. I'll just get all these retards.
Yeah, come
to
here,
join
dummy.
up.
I'm fucking. I'm praying the retard away so I could get myself into heaven.
Because that's what Mother Teresa used to do. Like she'd always baptize the Hindus as they were dying.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Which is fucked up.
that's crazy.
That's fucked up. Like she'd tell her nuns to pretend like they were putting water on the leper's head to make him feel better. But she was like, when you put the water on his head, just baptize him.
So they secretly so
So a lot of Catholics died of leprosy.
3 possibilities. Yeah, well, that's amazing. 3 possibilities. Either she saved thousands of Indians and sent them to heaven. She sent a lot of Indians to hell, or nothing fucking happened, but she
Yeah.
was very offensive.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the third one.
Yeah,
it's
that's where
definitely
my
the
money.
third one.
Is that where your money's at, Poseidon? Are you a gambling man?
You know how much I must suck to for the nuns that they're baptizing this dude, so they think, okay, I'm saving him. But the only thing that's actually happening is they're getting leprosy because they're touching the guy's forehead.
That's
It'd
really
be
what happened.
awesome that all of the nuns, as they're dying, then there's like a Hindu priest
Doing it to
who's
them?
doing it to them. Fuck you, bitch.
Who's laughing now, bits?
Fuck you, bitch.
Stuff like that. Hey, I was gonna ask, because we're talking about leprosy, coronavirus.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Have you noticed that the updates kind of stopped at some point? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
people are dying. and it just
Yeah.
ended.
At first, like when coronavirus first came out, I was like, oh, fuck it. They always do this. They over exaggerate. And now when I see videos of China, I'm like, oh shit.
The people shaking in the streets.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now it's rarer too. They
Yeah.
don't talk about it as much. It
They
was
hide
front
it.
page news.
But also, I've seen videos
Yeah.
where they'll pull people out of their apartments. They snap this woman's neck at some point.
Yeah.
Videos like that.
Yeah, they pulled her out of a car and broke her neck.
On purpose?
by mistake. But
Oh, I thought they just pulled her out of the car and broke her neck.
no, and then they
She
just
was struggling.
Yeah,
But why'd they break her neck?
I don't know. Shit happens. I
and
guess.
I saw
This
another
is in
video.
China?
Yeah,
China,
yeah,
yeah.
Wuhan specifically, and I saw this one video that really freaked me out. It was those dudes dressed in hazmat suits, and they threw a dude out of the window.
What?
Or pushed him out or some shit like that. Yeah. I saw a video on Twitter.
Helped
I was
him out.
freaking out.
They helped him out. Was he Asian?
Yeah.
You think
They
it was
should-
race related? Think it was a race crime?
No.
You could
If one's
hear
Chinese-
chink.
Yeah, because
What?
the last time I heard about guys in white suits throwing
Yeah.
people out of windows, bro, sounds pretty racist. to
Maybe
me.
that'd be awesome if the whole coronavirus is just the clan.
Ethnic
They're
cleansing.
like, okay, but people are gonna notice we're not Asian. Not if we wear a suit.
Yeah.
You wear a suit, you pretend like there's a virus, and then you walk in and you just use a funny Chinese accent.
But
Hello, me scientist.
Yeah, me scientist, and they're
How-
speaking to him in Chinese. He's like, no, English.
like somebody.
But you know that's never gonna happen because I found out from watching an interview on Rogan with the guy who converted, like he took a lot of people out of the KKK.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I
guy.
like that guy too. But I found out because of him when they're all, dude, like they're dumbasses. It's like it's not really. You get certain people that are in high positions that join them at some point just to rule over people. But 99% of like the people that are in there are fucking like inbred people.
Uneducated.
Yeah, the KKK. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not gonna infiltrate international markets or anything. They're fucking.
And
The
apparently,
fact that they can walk through a door is surprising.
the coronavirus actually affects Asians more.
That makes sense.
Like it was bred specifically for Asians in a lab.
don't
This is
think
what I
it-
read online.
It was in a lab, but I don't think it was to attack Asians. I think because I found out why they create those because they create viruses. Did you know that they have there's laws that were passed a couple of years ago that lets scientists create crazy viruses.
God damn.
The
But
reason
why?
is to study them so we could defend against the crazy viruses that they created.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it didn't exist beforehand. Why
I know
would-
there's a bit of a logical
Yeah.
fallacy there, but just because what if something else would ever come by itself that would be similar type of thing? Just
They
in case.
create these to create the vaccine.
Yeah. But what's fucked up is that
The
we already
vaccine.
know that the most viruses, when you have a vaccine, like you become more immune to it and then it becomes
Yeah.
stronger. So technically, we're kind of signing our death warrant here because we're just creating through the years
Yeah.
stronger and stronger viruses. Because now we're fighting back like AIDS. You never hear about AIDS anymore.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
AIDS is it's like diabetes.
Yeah. They keep it under control.
Yeah.
They're getting close to a lot of cancer treatment.
What was that thing you spoke about that was very interesting about
The cancer.
Yeah, that they had found out.
And again, they stopped talking about that in Britain.
Yeah,
yeah.
the guy that found the cure
Yeah,
for
yeah.
cancer.
Well, it was
and
a
then
group
they-
of scientists.
and it wasn't technically a cure.
It wasn't a cure. He said all they were able to do was that is it your T cells? I think is something that
Something
defends
like that.
against. I'm very bad at this kind of stuff.
something that kills the cancer cells.
No, it's not. You see that you're confusing people too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's your immune system. It defends you against a lot of stuff. But what they did is they were able to. There's I guess these cells that we didn't know that we could activate them. And they were going and they were attacking the cancer. But what's different about them compared to the other stuff is that they were only killing the cancerous parts.
Yeah,
They
weren't
were
killing
leaving the
everything
healthy,
else.
so they weren't. There was no negative repercussions, and it was your own body creating those to fight it.
Yeah.
So that's why it was groundbreaking. And we remember they were like, we have to make this. We gotta get human trials. We gotta do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then went quiet a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. They stopped talking about it. And this wasn't like Uganda like bleach down the mouth. This was British scientists. Did you hear about the bleach?
down-
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, people were
What?
Yeah, all over. They even did it for the
For
coronavirus.
cancer or
For cancer, some people in shitty countries were making other people drink bleach to get rid of AIDS or whatever, and they were
Ah,
killing kids.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. Remedies for all. Yeah, people
Oh
are
boy.
they're your dad level scientists.
Mm.
Like you think he's the only one?
no.
One of many, good sir.
One of the best.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No, one of the best of the worst. I mean,
Yeah, he is one of the best of the worst.
Yeah.
But he's calmed down. All he asks you is for some help shoveling.
Yeah,
and
he
you
asked-
tell him to go fuck himself.
I hadn't messed with him in a while. I wanted to mess with him a bit.
But why do you want to mess with him? He's your father, sir.
It's funny. It's a joke.
You were gonna say.
That's his boss.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen with the Olympics this year since they're in China.
Oh shit.
Are the Olympics in China?
Aren't they in?
Weren't they already
No,
in
they're in
China?
Japan, I think.
That's the same thing, bro. It's a suburb of China. But weren't they?
Oh yeah, that's true. I follow the Olympics so little that I
Beijing
forgot that
already happened.
Beijing already happened.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so we're good.
Yeah. Because if
We're
they were
good,
going
yeah.
back, that would be some fixed shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're good.
We're good. No, where's the next?
Yeah,
Olympics?
Beijing was like
It's
okay,
in Tokyo.
We're good.
Oh, that is China. Yeah,
Japan,
that's
yeah.
the same,
Yeah.
same. No, I don't think Japan's been affected yet. I haven't heard
No.
anything.
I think they closed their borders. Russia shut their borders down too.
Well, their borders. I mean, Japan's an island. Just don't let people cross.
Yeah.
Russia closed their borders.
Yeah.
That's a
Completely.
huge fucking border.
Yeah.
Yeah, like plane wise, people even can't come in by plane. Nothing.
Imagine they start running. They start running up. So all of Mongolia is going north. Yeah, that's fucking scary, man. That's scary that entire
Yeah.
towns have been quarantined. Like, all jokes aside,
And plus, Wuhan is a town like the greater Wuhan is 30 million.
fuck.
So that's a pretty big town.
So what do you think the real problem here is?
Population of Canada.
I don't know.
Do you think-
No idea.
You know how they say banks, can they get too big to fail? Do you think China's got too big? Do you think like it's too much of any country to be of that size? Because then if there is an epidemic, it becomes a global catastrophe, right? Like if there's regular towns like 600 people, right? Even though that would suck, that would get wiped out, it's not going to spread as much. It's not going to be as 30 million fucking people. If 2% of them go on vacation while having it, we're all fucked. You know what I mean? It's the size of Canada almost, you know? Like, it's crazy. You think maybe it's too many people in small, close quarters? I don't know. I feel like that's an issue here.
Maybe. Yeah.
That there's so many
definitely
people in
is.
such small quarters that it causes this issue.
And even here they have like a quarantine process at the airport.
Mhm.
So when somebody comes in from China, they check them. I think 5 to 10 hours they keep them. They do all the tests.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just China.
Flights from China. So if you came from China, they check you out.
But hasn't it spread to other countries?
Or Asia or something like that.
Shouldn't they check? Because it's happened. I think Ontario had some cases too. Right?
We had 6 cases, I think, here in Quebec.
No one died yet in Canada.
Oh, God.
No one died yet. But
So
we
is
had
it like
6
the
cases.
flu? Like, can we fight this or no?
I think, because they said that, but it's hard to know what the real numbers are.
It's hard to know what the real story
Yeah,
is too, because I
yeah.
don't know what it does to you. I
Yeah.
don't. I keep seeing those videos of people shaking.
Respiratory. You can't breathe. So it's like kind of like
Yeah, and
I
you're
guess
blowing your nose and you work at the fucking airport.
Oh yeah.
So-
oh, he does work at the airport. Oh, we can't have you around here. What are we doing? We're idiots.
Yeah.
You're the biggest risk to mine and Mike's health.
I've a couple of friends that are comics in China, and it was funny seeing pictures of comedy clubs in China because they didn't cancel shows, but everyone, even the comics, have their mask. There's something fucked up about going to see a comic who's like, "Hey guys."
It would be funny if he's wearing that and then pulls out like a smoke grenade or something.
Yeah.
That's suspicious. That's Joker level murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fuck. So next year, you think we'll even be able to go to Asia?
I don't know. Yeah, because I got an offer for us to go to do a tour of Asia, pretty much every country except China.
Which is good because honestly, I like Chinese people, but I don't like I don't like the Chinese government. So personally, I did not want to go to China because I talk way too much shit.
Yeah. I don't like the Chinese people. Love the government and the policies.
Man, I like the food.
No, but
Yeah, of course.
and I'm the type of person too that if I've been to a country, I'm good. I don't have to go back. So, and China is the only country in Asia I've done. So I was really happy that
That
I
it
was
wasn't
doing,
included?
Yeah,
Mongolia is included.
yeah, I'd like to do Mongolia.
I'm going back. I'm getting them. It's a top secret mission. I'm actually going to get them back. I'm going to get revenge for Genghis and for the Ottomans. I'm getting revenge. I'll get everything Mongolia's done, they're going to pay for. No, I think the countries that you told me, it's fucking so cool.
Yeah.
Because I keep forgetting, you're the one who reminded me about the expats, the people that live there, that speak English,
Yeah.
that want to see this, humor and
Like
all that.
I was surprised because when the offer came in, they sent a thing And since I played China, I guess they know me over there. Even though I was just playing little shitty clubs, but they're like, there aren't that many expats, and they really knew who I was because they were like, "Look, we're gonna have vegan food at every city you're in," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, they know." Because if you Google me, you never see that I'm vegan. You just see that I don't like little kids.
Yeah. He's very rude, but he loves animals.
Yeah, he doesn't like little kids, but he loves animals.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a good guy or not. I mean, he kind of seems reasonable. These kids could be shit kids. He might just be a reasonable guy. But I'm what I'm excited about, bro? Japan. It's one of those places that I never thought I'd go visit, but I always wanted to because of cartoons, anime, video games.
Yeah.
I was like, but when am I gonna go to Japan? But now if there's an actual reason, god damn, I'm going to Japan.
Would you come? Like if we did that?
Fuck yeah.
I want to be. Me and you, we're gonna be the tallest people in Tokyo streets.
Yeah. I'm already like in the top 2%. Like, I'm a chubby basketball player for them. They're like, were you in the Raptors in the 90s? He's an old Raptor.
But I think we won't be able to be on the same floor level.
Me and you?
Same room, yeah.
Oh, that's fine by me. I don't even want you in the same building.
Same floor? Why wouldn't you be in the same floor level?
Everything's made of paper, right? Their walls, their doors.
What?
It's not made of paper, dude. It's Japan.
Shitty, I know it's
very industrious people.
I know it's a shitty joke again.
But I do want to test. I've heard that the Asians have epic levels of racism.
Oh yeah,
yes.
They're very racist.
Well, the Japs especially.
The Japs.
The Japs.
I wonder why they're mad at us.
The Japs.
You know what's gonna happen? Mike's
Here's
gonna be
the
walking
thing.
with us. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Mr. Wood, who are these two black guys?" That's what's gonna happen. No,
All right,
they're touching our hair.
The Japs. So the what do the Japs do?
Oh, bro, I don't know. It was just I'm just getting involved with
You better learn about our hosts. But the other thing about Japan that thank God I learned, because I found this out on a random YouTube video. I did not know that one of the most disrespectful things you could do at a restaurant in Japan is tip.
What?
Yeah.
What is natural here,
Yeah.
what I would never even think of is just you tip them. There I would be like, yo, why the fuck are you insulting me, whitey?
Really?
Yeah, they'd be very mad.
I don't know if it's the same in every Asian country, but it was like that in China too. They'd get very offended that I was leaving because I guess it's the same for China and Japan. If you leave a tip, it's like you're telling the person, "I'm richer than you."
Yeah, exactly. That's how they take it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not like thank you for the service. It's I'm better than you.
Yeah. And then when the person told me that, he was like, "No, that's insulting because then you're telling him you're richer than he is." And I was like, "I am richer than he is. I flew all the way to China first class."
I bought his cousins. That's fucking scary.
But
Yeah.
there's the one thing that we should follow. Like they set a very good example of like manners and cleanliness.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
me
find
and
it
him are
amazing.
already there.
Yeah.
You need to start washing your balls. But
Really?
me
I
and
wash
Mike,
my balls every second week.
But the Japanese, I do love that they don't fucking litter and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
They take care. Because you know how I am, a grassroots type of guy.
No.
I believe that if you take care
if you water
locally,
your grass,
like your own stuff, then the rest will fall into line. If you don't expect other people to do shit for you. Yeah. So I like
we
that.
just gotta, when we go, be respectful. Like in Mongolia, the proper term for them is Mongoloids.
Yeah, he knows that.
So just don't.
But you know the
forget
problem
that.
is with him is that he's gonna forget.
And he will call them Mongoloids.
No, he'll be like, "Listen, Chinks, I'm happy you've accepted me into your Chinese lifestyle, sir. We're Mongolian." These fucking Chinks. That's what's gonna happen. Now you're just like the Japanese Chinks, very.
All these chinks.
You're always trying to confuse me with your Asian mind games. You're that kind of guy. You're that kind of like.
I would do that just to
cartoon.
bust balls though.
Yeah, no, they don't have the same sense of humor.
Yeah,
okay.
they.
Yeah, they're gonna bust your balls.
You think they'll tie me to 4 different horses
And
and
pull you.
and pull me?
No,
I'd like them to tie you to 5 different horses.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the 5th one would be, because it's your arms. Would it be your head or your dick?
That's what I thought. Wait, is it 5 or 4? I said 5, and I'm like, no, it's 4.
Yeah, maybe one is your dick. I don't know.
I
We
don't-
don't have small ropes.
Yeah. Get the dental floss.
I was about to say that. I've gotten good at ripping myself because of you.
Tweet
guys.
us at dental floss. Quick. ASAP.
I've gotten good at ripping myself.
No, that would be crazy because man, I'm so interested in being involved, being inside another like a culture to see it because it's different when you see it online. You saw like I watch a lot of travel shows. I love that shit. But to be in it, I'm always like a child. Yeah. Like I am when I go to different places like that, I'm 100% a tourist. I'm like,
that's the thing I like about traveling as a comic is you don't like if you go to another country on vacation, you only see the touristy things. Yeah. But if you go work there, then you see how people live for real. And plus, if we go there, we'll have expats taking care of us. So we won't feel as bad when we see weird things to go, that's fucking weird. Like, but if you're there with a Japanese guy, it's hard going, look at how these fucking people live. And he's like, sir, that's my sister.
It's a bit of a whore, if you ask me. Huh?
You know what I found out, by the way? That steak is illegal in Cuba.
Fun fact.
So hookers are not a problem.
Steak is illegal in Cuba? Illegal?
Yeah. Illegal.
Or they just don't have it.
Illegal. You can't eat it. You can't sell it. You can't farm it.
Well, you don't farm steak.
You don't farm
steak.
Well,
you know what I mean, bro.
It grows on steak trees, you fucking idiot.
So they don't have cows in Cuba?
I guess, but you have to give everything to the government. So the steak I ate when I was in Cuba was not steak. I realized this last night.
Wait, did you really not eat steak, or you went through one of your father's conspiracy theories and you assume you ate human flesh, but really you ate a steak?
A bit of both.
Did it taste like
Who told you that steak's illegal?
Like steak.
Oh, then it was steak.
I was watching yesterday a thing, this Cuban guy that escaped in 2007. Mm-hmm. He windsurfed.
Is it... Okay, that's ridiculous. Yeah. But is it possible that it's illegal for the local peasants, but for the tourists, they can do whatever they want?
No, because I was eating at an outside restaurant. So they shouldn't have been cooking it. So I think I didn't eat.
I think they probably have steak for the tourists, and then maybe these restaurants buy it. But if it seems weird that it's illegal.
Just a random thing.
Even
like
lobster
steak.
is illegal. Illegal.
It's a label.
Maybe because they don't like Bostonians. Is that why they don't like lobster? It's just their way to be against Americans. No. Fuck your crabs too. Like, is that what it is? That is crazy.
Yeah.
I could see lobster as a delicacy, but cows are everywhere.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I found weird.
Yeah, some even used to host their own daytime TV shows. Rosie O'Donnell. All right, with that, Mike, what do we plug in this week? I've been telling people frantically to go to your website, mikeward.ca, because over there they're going to get dates of your tour, Mike Ward Noir, your French tour, which is selling out everywhere. So they got to get tickets quick. As soon as they're up, they got to snatch them.
Exactly.
Mike Ward Suzuki, the #1 French language podcast on the planet. That's it.
Right.
All
hands
good
down.
episodes except our last one.
The last one's questionable, but it was entertaining for me. For everybody who doesn't take shit too seriously, like people got too offended, not offended, they got too aggressive over it. Don't hate, just discriminate. So it was what is that not the saying? They taught me wrong. So head over to mikeward.ca, get all that. Remember to subscribe here on YouTube. Tell your friends about this. Share it. PantelsComedy.com for all of my stuff. I just started a French podcast called the Pantelis French Cast. Check that out. It seems to be fun. People are enjoying it. I have a heavy accent, but nobody seems to mind it but me. Poseidon, where are they going to find you? Wow. Defeated. It was kind of like, is anybody really looking for me?
On his Patreon this Saturday.
Actually, this Saturday on my Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis, he's going to be doing a live stream.
Yes. In bed with Poseidon.
In bed with Poseidon from his house. We got him a stream deck, so he's going to be...
nice.
Yeah, he's going to be able to switch scenes and have fun. He plays video
so
games.
So how many cameras are in your bedroom?
Only one.
Okay.
He doesn't need to switch cameras. He's switched he puts video games and stuff on the screen.
Okay.
So I'm setting up with that. But sooner, the more patrons we get, the more I'm gonna spend money on him. So I'll get him another camera and stuff. I have an old GoPro that I could give him too. So we'll set him. It gets more and more each week because he's getting more and more comfortable speaking to people by himself. But you did seem defeated though. The Poseidon69 on Twitter and Instagram is where you're gonna find him.
Yes. I don't know why I felt it. I don't know why. I was just.
Where are they gonna find you? Like no one's looking for me. The police, maybe, but
because usually I have something stupid to say, and this time I didn't. I think that's why I felt defeated.
You always have something stupid to say. And don't underestimate yourself.
And that's fucking amazing. And if by the way, if you do speak French, My French podcast has a lot of good guests coming up. And this Friday, if you're going to be on Patreon Live, you're going to get to see our homeboy Pierre here. I'm giving him an interview on Friday. So you're going to find out who is Pierre, why is Pierre, and why did Pierre do the things Pierre did.
Why is Pierre?
Wait, what kind of stuff did he do?
Well, that you got to wait till Friday.
Oh, shit.
You got to wait till Friday. You got to be on patreon.com/Pantelis.
Your dad's got some competition.
The hype is real.
A lot of dead hookers in Quebec City.
So thank you all for listening. And remember, go fuck yourselves.